it's JC the Blind Jedi, and today's video is a reboot of the Infinity Spin / Obi Spin tutorial. When I originally put this video out was just a little under a year ago, and I had a different tablet and free software. The quality of the video is not very good, as well as it was my first attempt to actually try and explain something. So I was nervous, fumbled over a lot of stuff, and as I went back and I was looking over my channel, I realized I really wanted to redo it, and I really wanted to make it a better presentation. And now that I have a little bit better of a camera and editing software, I'm going to go ahead and give this a shot. So there are a few videos that are going to be covered under this. I'm going to redo the Obi spin. I'm going to do the reverse grip, as well as the wall of thorns. I'm going to be releasing all these in order to make time and room to finish scripting out the linking attacks and combining forms videos that are coming up. So, with that in mind, as always, sit back, relax, watch this one time so you get the gist of it, so you know where you want to stop and start to figure out things. We're going to go over this as many times as it takes, and here we go. Okay, so the first thing we're going to go over is your basic spinning before we go into the infinity spin. Now, the first spin that we're going to just talk about is your basic outside one-time spin, just like this. Okay, we're not trying to cross in front of us just yet. We're just trying to get this move mastered. Now, there's two basic things we need to worry about right here. Okay, number one, all right, you'll see a lot of videos where people actually open their hand up and they just hold the saber with their first finger and their thumb. Okay, now the reason why everybody says don't do this, or the reason why this is not looked down upon, is because it actually provides a weak base. Okay, what you want, okay, and is for your hand to move in and out with the saber. Okay, so as it spins out, okay, and it comes back around, your hand's going to loosen out, but it's going to still, the fingers are still going to wrap around. It's just going to loosen out and then tighten up, and then come around, loosen out, tighten up. All right. The other thing that needs to be going on with this is you have to make sure that your wrist is going to be moving back. Okay. As you come back in here, all right, your wrist is actually going to be moving out. Now, the second part we need to go over is your actual cross orbit. Now, for this one, as you can see, I'm standing right here facing you. This is what's known as being perpendicular to your orbits. Okay, so if I'm going to spin like this, okay, this is fine. But the moment that I try to cross spin, okay, you'll notice that I have to bring my arm all the way over in order to clear my body. Okay, I can't do it here, or else I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to hit myself. So how do we fix this? Okay, well actually, I've gone over this in the Chorizo Basics. The whole thing you do is you just turn your body to the right, or to the left if your sword arm is to the left. Okay, so you're just going to turn your body slightly to the right, and then you're going to cross orbit, back and forth. Now, make sure that you can get this in both directions. Okay? And if you can feel comfortable with it, try and change speeds. Okay? The reason why I say changing speeds and develop both a slow and a fast spin is because you don't want to rely on just one movement. You really want to be able to articulate and go over the spin move as best as you can. Okay? Okay, And so now we're going to go over the movements for the infinity spin. Now I'm going to do both a forward view facing as well as a side view. The side view is really going to help bring out and understand the actual movements, okay? This will actually help you understand the actual movement of bringing it from behind your back out back in front, okay? So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to work on what everybody calls the behind the back, okay? And it's simply like this, all right? As you come in here for a cross spin, okay? Instead of coming over and back over here, all right? As I come in here and I come back out, instead of going over this way, I'm just going to bring it back here. Now, if you are having, or if you are learning this at the very, very beginning stages, and you don't have the movements and you're trying to learn this, it is okay for you to put the back of your wrist right here. Now, you do not want to develop this or to use this throughout your routine, but as you start to develop the movements, you will be able to pull your arm away from your hip. But as you start right here, if your hand gets tired or if you need to start working on or develop other movements, okay, especially the rotating and move forward, all right, leave your hand here so you know that's where it needs to be. All right, so once again, we're going to turn and we're going to rotate behind the back. Now, you're not going to actually come all the way up behind the back. You're not going to chicken wing this elbow here. You're not going to actually sit it here and actually where you can't see it. Actually, where you're going to bring it is right here, okay? As you can see, there's still a lot of space in between my actual arm, or my actual hand, and the actual blade. It's not actually behind the back, okay? Also, as you can see, and I'll go ahead and I'll turn this around so that you can see the behind the back movement, okay? As I spin this way, I'm rotating, and as you can see, I'm stopping here at a 9 o'clock position. Once again, turn, stop right here, okay? Now, the second part we need to go over, okay, is the actual rotation and the movement, okay? This is going to be tricky, and not a lot of people are going to understand this. The best thing I can say is to go slow. From here, okay, you're going to take your shoulder, you're going to dip it slightly, all right? Now, in the Surisu Basics, I teach you the deep wraparound, where you move more from the hip than you do from the shoulder. Right now, it's okay to learn with the shoulder, all right? Because you're actually teaching your body the rhythm and movement in order to start pulling your body around. However, once you have that rhythm and movement mastered, all right, you will start to be able to just pull from your hips more than you will from your shoulder, okay? The reason why I tell you to go ahead and dip your shoulder and pop it in order to pull the weight through, okay? Number one is this also teaches the entire movement for the staff, infinity spin, as well as it also helps move when you have a heavy grade blade. This is a medium grade blade, all right, so it's not that hard. Right there, okay. Now from here, I'm just going to take my shoulder, dip. At the same time, I'm going to drop my hand. I just went from a 9 o'clock back down to a 6, and I'll pull it forward. Right here, here. Now, I'm going to bring the shoulder back up, and I'm going to swing the blade back around. Another one, and then I can repeat the entire process again. Okay, now from the side position, okay? Once again, all right, you're going to bring it here, you're going to go into your normal orbit spin, okay? Instead of coming on this side, as we come back around, I'm going to tuck it in behind here. As you can see, I'm at a 9 o'clock, and I have not brought the blade behind my, or I've not brought my hand fully behind my back, right here, I'm going to dip my shoulder slightly and drop my hand. And bring my hand forward right here. So from here, tilt and drop. So start here if you need to, and as this shoulder tips and dips forward, this hand drops. This should all be one motion. As this shoulder turns and dips, this hand drops and moves forward. Now, from here, your momentum should carry over and bring the blade into the next one, and bring the blade into the next infinity spin. Okay, and now let's bring it all together. Okay, once again, you're going to be normal orbit spinning. You're going to tuck and bring it behind the back. You're not going to bring it all the way back. You're going to, if you need to, you can stop here. All right, in order to teach yourself the other movements. But as you go in, stop here, tuck, dip, drop back to a 6, pull it forward, and then continue the rotation back on. Now, a lot of people have problems with the pull out, okay, or pulling your OB-ANY out right here. All right. Now, the best way that I can explain this, okay, is to take your blade by your side, okay, and just like swing your arms back and forth like a kid that's been scolded or something like that. And just let your arms shake back and forth like this, okay. As you can see, my blade swings in a normal swinging pattern, okay. If I want to, if I just put a little bit more strength on it, it will naturally carry over. Okay, it will naturally carry over into an infinity spin. All right. Now, once you have that rhythm figured out, that's when you really need to open up. Okay. So here I am. I'm going to pull into a regular guard, and then I'm going to sit here. And I'm going to spin, orbit spin, and pull out.